Yo, imagine waking up in the middle of the night, trapped under your blanket, and realizing you are covered in hundreds of live, crawling cockroaches. No, this isn't Fear Factor, and it's not a fever dream. This is just a Tuesday night at the absolute worst summer camp ever created. If you thought your middle school bullies were bad, wait until you meet these demons in Speedos. Welcome to The Plague, a movie that proves kids aren't just mean, they are straight up biological weapons. Today, we are diving into a pool filled with chlorine, teen angst, and enough toxic masculinity to poison a small village. Grab your floaties and your therapy appointment, because things are about to get messy. Part 1, The Setup. Welcome to hell. Our story takes us back to the glorious year of 2003. A time before TikTok, before mental health awareness, and when flip phones were the ultimate flex. Enter our main character, Ben. Ben is 12 years old, socially awkward, and giving off massive NPC energy. His parents just got divorced, so his mom decides the best way to help him cope is to ship him off to an all-boys water polo camp. Because nothing heals emotional trauma like almost drowning while a bunch of strangers yell at you. Right? Ben arrives at the camp, hoping to have a main character moment. Maybe make some friends, get a tan. Instead, he walks into a hierarchy that makes Game of Thrones look like a daycare. The camp is run by Coach Wags, played by Joel Edgerton. Now, Daddy Wags, yes, that's what they call him. Don't ask, is supposed to be the adult in the room. But honestly, H is more useless than a screen door on a submarine. Gives these vague, inspirational speeches about brotherhood, while literally ignoring the war crimes happening in the locker room. H is the definition of, I didn't see anything, leaving the kids to run their own Lord of the Flies simulation. Part 2, The Alpha and the Outcast. Now, every server has a top fragger, and here it's Jake. Jake is the Chad of the camp. H has got the looks, the skills, and the charisma of a cult leader. He decides who is cool and who gets deleted. And at the bottom of the food chain is Eli. Eli is the patient zero of the camp. The kid suffers from severe eczema, which makes his skin red and flaky. Instead of, being decent human beings, Jake and his minions have created a game called The Plague. The rules are simple and brutal. If you touch Eli, you catch the plague, you rot from the inside out, your brain turns to mush, and you are socially cancelled. Eli is treated like a walking biohazard. He eats alone, sleeps alone, and exists as a punching bag for the group's insecurities. It's cooties on steroids, but with actual psychological damage. Part 3, The Forbidden Friendship. Ben, being the newbie, is desperate to fit in. He tries to hang with Jake's crew, laughing at their dumb jokes and pretending to be a Sigma male. But deep down, Ben is actually a nice kid. He sees Eli and feels bad for him. In secret, when the cool kids aren't looking, Ben and Eli start talking. They bond over weird stuff, trade snacks, and realize they actually have a lot in common. Ben even helps Eli apply ointment to his back because Eli can't reach it. It's a moment of genuine kindness in a place that has none. But here is where it gets sus. Ben is living a double life. By day, he ignores Eli to keep his clout with Jake. By night, H is Ellis' only friend, but the stress is getting to him. Ben starts noticing red patches on his own skin. Is it a rash? Is it stress? Or is the plague actually real? The movie does this trippy thing where it gaslights Ben and us into thinking maybe, just maybe, there is a supernatural curse. Ben starts scrubbing his skin raw in the shower, freaking out that H is becoming the very thing he fears. H is down bad, folks. Part 4, The Betrayal and the Roach Prank. The tension snaps when Jake catches a whiff of Ben's sympathy for Eli. In this camp, empathy is a skill issue. To save his own skin, Ben does the unthinkable. He throws Eli under the bus. He denies being his friend. He mocks him. He goes full villain arc, just to prove H is not infected. But Jake isn't convinced. He decides to test Ben's loyalty with the prank from hell. While Ben is sleeping, Jake and the boys dump a bucket of live cockroaches onto his bed and hold the blanket down. Ben wakes up screaming, covered in bugs, traumatized for life. It is absolutely vile. And where is Coach Wags? Probably napping or giving another useless speech to a wall. Ben realizes that in this world, there is no justice, there is only power, and to get power, you have to be a monster. Part 5, The Climax, Sink or Swim. The final act centers around the big water polo match. Ben has snapped. He is done being the nice guy. He jumps into the pool with the energy of a feral raccoon. H is not playing to win, H is playing to hurt people. He claws, he kicks, he scratches, he attacks Jake, drawing blood, proving H is crazy enough to be part of the pack. But the saddest moment happens out of water. There's a party to end the camp. Eli, bless his heart, is dancing alone with a cardboard cutout of an anime girl, don't ask. It was 2003. It's cringe, sure, but H is happy. Ben sees this. The old Ben would have joined in. The new Ben? He marches over, rips the cardboard cutout to shreds, and screams at Eli, blaming him for everything. He destroys the only person who was ever nice to him just to solidify his spot with the bullies. Eli doesn't fight back, he just looks at Ben like, "Bro, really?" and walks away. Ben has officially outplayed his own conscience. The ending, the movie ends with Ben sitting with the cool kids. H is bruised, H is exhausted, but H is in. H is one of them now. He laughs along with Jake, but his eyes are dead. He survived the camp, but he lost his soul in the process. He traded his humanity for a seat at the lunch table. It's a dark, depressing look at how toxic masculinity is learned, not born. Ben isn't a victim anymore, H is part of the plague. So, what's the lesson here? Summer camps are scams? Kids are sociopaths? Or maybe, just maybe, we should stop letting Joel Edgerton run childcare facilities. What would you do in Ben's shoes? Would you stand up for Eli and get deleted? Or would you sell your soul to hang with the cool kids? Let me know in the comments below. If this recap gave you trust issues, smash that like button, subscribe for more unhinged movie breakdowns, and hit the bell so you don't miss the next one. Stay safe, wear sunscreen, and stay away from cockroaches. Peace out.